Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thanking everybody for rocking with us as we make our way through the final segment of the show tonight. We appreciate everybody who has been rocking with us as we had such a dope show tonight. We had a lot that we got through, a lot that we got to, and a lot that we did tonight. And, you know, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to close out their show because it's our show. It ain't just mine. Give everybody an opportunity to close it out with their rant and their closing. And I'm going to change it up a little bit. As I had mentioned earlier in the year, we are going to close out every show with a history moment. And tonight's history is about a revolutionary and probably, honestly, one of the first revolutionaries that American or Black American history has ever recorded. And he celebrated yesterday his 216th birthday. Yesterday. And we're talking about our brother Nat Turner. Yes. And Nat Turner was a brother who led a rebellion of slaves and free blacks in Southampton County, Virginia, which is right here in Virginia. It's about maybe 50 to 80 miles away, depending on what piece you're looking at, on August 21st, 1831. This resulted in the deaths of about 50 to 60 white people. In retaliation, the enraged white militias and mobs killed more than 200 black people in the course of putting down this rebellion. Nat Turner led a group of slaves carrying farm implements in the rebellion against slavery. They went from plantation to plantation. They gathered horses and guns, freed other slaves along the way, recruited other blacks that were freed to join their revolt. And during the rebellion, Virginia legislators targeted those free blacks with colonization bill, which allocated new funding to remove them, and a police bill that denied free blacks trial by jury and made any free blacks convicted of a crime subject to sale and relocation. Whites organized militias and called out regular troops to suppress the uprising. In addition, white militias and mobs attacked blacks in the area, killing an estimated 200, many of whom were not even involved in the revolt. In the aftermath, the state quickly arrested and executed 57 blacks accused of being part of Nat Turner's slave rebellion. Turner hid successfully for 2 months, and when he was found, he was quickly tried, convicted, sentenced to death, hanged, quartered, and all kinds of torturous things done to him. Across Virginia and other southern states, state legislators passed new laws to control slaves and free blacks. They prohibited education of slaves and free blacks, restricted rights of assembly for free blacks, and withdrew their rights to bear arms and to vote, and required white ministers to be present at all black services. Now, many of us are anticipating the movie that is set to come out this Friday, Birth of a Nation. It is set to chronicle in a fictionalized version Nat Turner's life. It is to be played, written, and directed by our brother Nate Parker. He's got some controversy surrounding him. I won't get into any of that. If you choose to look into it, fair enough. You go ahead and look it up. But I made a commitment to speak of black history or history in the show every single week. And the reason why I wanted to do Nat Turner this week, mostly because his birthday was yesterday. Also because the movie is coming out this week. But when we talk about the United States, and we talk about give me liberty or give me death, that was said by a revolutionary American during the American Revolution in the 1770s. Nat Turner saying give me liberty or giving me death is about as American as it gets. When you look at the fact that people were enslaved in this country, when you look at the fact that Nat Turner led a revolution, sounds very, very eerily similar to the revolution that was led by the folks who came to this country fleeing persecution from the Europeans. So Nat Turner, although he killed or led the killing of many, many white Americans, it was a direct result of his own situation and those like him in this country. He is the first revolutionary that I can see, that I can look to, and that I can send other people to look to. And I think that he should be honored in our history. Nat Turner, happy birthday. Happy 216th birthday yesterday. Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Dan Legacy Internet Radio. That was our history moment. It's time for us to go through the rants, and it's time for us to go through the closings. I will have my thank yous here very, very soon here, but I'm going to start it off with my sister, our clairvoyant medium, our sister Shayna Latia. You know how to rants, and you know how to closings. You know how this works. The floor is yours. Whatever it is you want to say, my sister, go for it. What you got?
I don't really have a rant. I'm just anticipating October the 31st when I'm going to do a psychic medium show / Halloween party here on the radio station. I'm going to have a lot of good stuff. We're going to talk about dreams. We're going to talk about astrology. We're going to talk about the difference between ghosts and spirits and the different types of ghosts. And so stay tuned. It's going to be a good show. And if y'all coming, y'all got to dress up. It's a party.
Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den Legacy Internet Radio. Our big brother and yours, Big Bro Joe. It's time for you to close it out, bro. What you got?
I'm going to just say peace to everyone. I'm looking for, I didn't know that Shayna, well, I keep trying to tell her Shayna was going to do that. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to come as a rich Donald Trump.
Oh, I'm going to decorate and everything. It's going to be great.
Cool. Back on a little bit more serious note, folks. I made some points tonight that people might take offensive, and honestly, I understand that, and I don't have a problem with it. I'm very clear on my moral compass, and I'm direct in what I say. I choose what I say specifically. If you hear what you want to hear, then that's on you. That's a you thing. That had nothing to do with me. I still feel that I will never bow my head and duck down to a law enforcement officer. I will show them the utmost respect, and I expect it to be reciprocated. If that causes anybody any heartburn for the people who say that I should just do what I'm told, well, guess what, folks? I've never done what I'm told. For me, it's always better than to ask forgiveness than permission a lot of times, and that's how our country was built. With that being said, if you find yourselves in situations where you can talk your way out of something, I still believe that there can be nonviolent ways to do those things. Do I believe that, our black folks are being persecuted and we're being eradicated and extinguished? Yes. But we have still got to keep the communication open. And that's what I'm going to give you tonight. Peace. This is Big Bro Joe.
Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Dan Legacy Internet Radio. It's time for Big Rube to grab the mic and do what we know he likes to do, and that's called smash. Big Rube, it's time for the smash. Smash him, brother.
It's Big Rube. It's a smash. Big up to ODU football. 1, for winning 2 games in a row. But more importantly, for doing what is now called the Circle of Unity. I think it's important that athletes have a platform that they give their opinion on how things are going, and instead of some people getting upset of people not respecting the American players by kneeling or any other things, what they have decided to do is to hold hands in a circle. Once the first time was by themselves, with their coaches and things as such. The second with the other team as well, to show unity and basically stand up for the transgressions that are going on in this world, because as Coach Bobby Wilder said, most of his team are young black males, and they have a voice, and they want to express how they feel without, of course, offending others. But then there's sometimes where you just have no choice. But they've decided to do a Circle of Unity. So when the Pledge of Allegiance or the Star Spangled Banner is played, they're in a circle holding hands, because as Coach Bobby Wilder said, it's really difficult to be upset with someone if you're holding their hand. I don't know how much I agree with that, but I understand the point. But big ups to those gentlemen who have come up with a way to peacefully, express their disappointment. And the fact that it has spread a little bit is also good. Last week, they did it on the Saturday, and then last Monday Night Football, they did it in New Orleans. So nobody knows if they got it from them or whatever. But the fact that, their teams in the NFL actually doing the same thing is good. So big ups to them. Everybody just stay safe. Be vigilant, but stay safe, because the last thing we want is anyone leaving our planet too soon. It's Big Rube, it's a Smash. I'm out.
Ain't No Hat Steppin with Marcus J, live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio, thanking everybody for being with us tonight. We had a lot of positive feedback tonight, and I want to take this opportunity to thank the people who made tonight's show a dope show. First, I want to thank our featured guest of the night, Richmond City Council woman president, and she's running for the mayor of Richmond, Virginia, our sister Michelle Mosby. Thank you for being a part of tonight's discussion. Thank you to the folks that checked in and let us know they were checking in. Our brother Ahura, our brother Tavon, Jimmy, Melanie, Robin, LM. Of course, thank you to those folks who were in the room with us tonight. Of course, my brother Skip checked in as well. Forgot Skip. I didn't forget Skip, but I want to make sure I got Skip. Thank you to the folks that were in the room tonight. Of course, our brother Lucia, who we lost earlier. Our sister in Clairvoyant Medium. Our sister Shayna Latia. Big Bro Joe. And our brother Big Rube. At this time of the show, I always profile a missing and or exploited child. Tonight is no different. We're looking for our brother T-Mar Green. He's missing from right here in the Cap City, Richmond, Virginia since July 16, 2016. He is a black male. He stands 5'3", weighs 100 pounds. He's last seen on July 16th wearing blue jeans, black shoes, carrying a blue book bag. If you've seen T-Mar Green, please contact the National Center for Missing and or Exploited Children on their website, missingkids.com, or contact them on the phone at 1-800-LOST, 1-800-843-5678, or you can contact the Richmond Police Department at 804-646-5125. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. At this time of the show, it's time for me to close it out. It's time for me to close it out with my rant. It's time for me to close it out with my closing. And I usually, a couple of quick things before I get to the piece that I want to get to. I want to thank everybody, of course, that's rocking with us. Thank you to Live Action Captions and Free Spirit Enterprises. And thank you to YouTube and iTunes for having the show. That place that we upload. We got a lot of dope stuff that we're going to be doing here on Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J going forward. You can hear us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Of course, you can hear live in the radio, Mr. LP Steven Sykes, every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesdays, you got the Urban Serengeti, 7 p.m. All Throttle Radio is on Thursdays. The Woke Squad is on Friday nights. Saturdays, we replay the shows. We also play reggae music all day on Saturdays. Sundays, we play gospel music all day, taking you up to the 6 p.m. start of Twi After Dark, fronted by our sister Bella and our brother WB. We got a lot of dope stuff that we do here at Legacy Internet Radio. We're going to rerun tonight's show, by the way, in its entirety after we finish uploading and kind of renting stuff. So we're going to do that. But one thing that we didn't get an opportunity to really talk about And I know folks in the room may want to get on this one. It's my rants, my closing. I'll have the last word. So even if you want to get in, we ain't getting in because we're going home. But this damn thing with Kim Kardashian getting robbed in Paris. Now, let me just say a couple of really, really quick hits with this. Now, we know that Kanye West is the type of cat that he talk tough, but he kind of a punk who don't go nowhere unless there's a whole bunch of people shadowing him. Now, we really supposed to think that he let his wife go to Paris with $10 million worth of jewelry and all kinds of stuff with no security? Like, seriously? $10 million worth of... First of all, there's a couple of things here. First of all, she's in Paris with $10 million worth of jewelry. Who does that? Now, you can argue, Marcus J., you're broke and you don't know what it's like to have $10 million, let alone having so much money that you got $10 million in just jewelry. Hey, if that's how you feel, then I can rock with you. I can dig it. But $10 million in jewelry and you ain't got no security to the point where you getting robbed at gunpoint at 3 o'clock in the morning and these people done got past the concierge and everything sounds a little bit fishy to me. And seeing as though we haven't heard a whole lot about the Kardashians on television and the media and a whole lot lately, I think it might have been time for us to get that name back in the media. $10 million worth of jewelry. You got to know that there's some insurance somewhere. It's some insurance somewhere. And anything that you insure for more than it's worth. So if you got $10 million, it's a good bet that somebody jack you from $10 million that you're going to get a little more than $10 million. I'm not saying that they fraudulent. I'm just saying that I got the side eye raised to all of this Kardashian stuff.
That do make a little sense, though.
That's the Marcus's unrelated rant that ain't got nothing to do with what we in here talking about tonight. It's the end of the show, y'all. Like I said, we're going to rerun this back in its entirety. Facebook Live, y'all rock with us every week. We appreciate y'all. We're going to keep on doing this, but make sure that y'all liking, make sure that y'all sharing, make sure that y'all supporting Legacy Internet Radio, because we cannot grow unless you tell everybody that you rock with us. You think we dope? Tell people that we dope. Tell people that Live Action Captions is dope. Tell people that Free Spirit Enterprises is dope. Tell people that Jody Music Mixtape is dope. Because this is how we use group economics. This is how we push each other and pull each other. This is how a rising tide will lift all of the boats. Shout out to you, my sister Melanie in the shot. I see you, and I'm glad that you think that we made some good points. We appreciate you, sister. You come and you rock with us as a true fighter every single week, and I got love for you. That is the Marcus's unrelated rant. I said that before, but I'm gonna say it again. It ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about tonight. I want to